a time where every 8th grader gets to stand up in front of the entire middle school and give a talk about, well, whatever they feel is important to them. So you, as the audience probably knows, it is hard giving an 8th grade talk. It is really hard, let alone the very first one. I have to start off the year in a good way. My talk can't just be run-of-the-mill. No, it has to be a good one. I also have to introduce what an 8th grade talk is to the 6th graders. I mean, you guys probably came in here thinking, yeah, what am I doing here again? I have to show you that this is a valued tradition in our middle school. And that one day, whether you like it or not, you're going to be up here giving your 8th grade talk in front of the entire middle school. This talk should also leave you with an insight on something that, whatever this talk is about, is important to at least one person in the room. I want you to leave here thinking about this talk. For those of you who know me, you were probably expecting me to burst out into song. At least at one point or another, just based on the fact that I do musicals or I like to sing. Don't worry, I'm not going to put you through that, because when I was writing this talk, I thought to myself, that wouldn't be normal. I mean, what would you guys think of me? You'd probably be thinking, oh my God, what is this kid doing? He just stood up in front of the entire school and just started singing some weird song while talking about. Now wait a minute. I don't even know what I'm talking about. But that wouldn't be normal. That's not something that someone would normally do, and to be honest with you, you'd probably think I'm pretty strange. But hold on a minute. What is normal? What is the actual definition of the word normal? Now, we can also look it up in a dictionary, but I see no point in that. No, I want you to think in your own mind what the definition of normal is. I'm thinking some of you might think the definition would be being the same as another person, or liking the same things as the people in your friend group, or having a fun time with your friends no matter what, because you know you get along just fine. But in reality, nobody really has the same interests as another. No one is really the exact same as the person sitting next to you. Nobody is really identical twins with their best friend. And that is what's normal. My family is normal, but to some it is not. And why would I burst out into song? Well, because I love to sing. And that is also normal. I have 2 moms, 1 brother, a dad, and an uncle. Yep, that's right. My moms were legally married about 12 years ago, but they were truly married long before that. So, my mother's a lesbian and my father is also gay. Yep, that seems pretty normal to me. My father is a strong influence in my life, although he doesn't live close by. And his partner, my Uncle Tim, well, he surely brings a smile to my face and is definitely a part of our family. My family structure isn't necessarily what you would call normal, but to me it is. It has been rough for my moms. When they were thinking about having kids, they had to think about a lot of things that straight people, well, they would never have to. Where would they live? I mean, there aren't a lot of states that accept them for who they are, and at the same time, it would be safe to live in. When they were first together, they had to pretend to be roommates because they knew that the landlord found out that they were gay, they would be kicked out. How would I be conceived, and who would the father be? I mean, if the father was going to have a role in my life, he had to be a good role model, right? How would they afford to conceive, and what would their jobs think? Would they be accepting of 2 moms who are gay and have a son? Could they raise me similar to their own upbringing, and at the same time educate me in the Christian faith as they had been? My parents, they both grew up Catholic, and they knew that it would be tough to be accepted because of who they were. So when we moved to Milton, they found a church that accepted everybody no matter their sexual orientation. And at the same time, they managed to answer all of those questions that were so hard in order to have the life that they wanted for me and the family that they wanted for themselves. It is better. In 2016 in Massachusetts, people come out all the time, and that is normal. I have friends who are 12 and are proud to say that they are gay. And that is normal. This has changed from even 10 years ago, when they might have been harassed, bullied, or even killed just for being who they are. However, even though laws have changed, equality is still far, far away from where it needs to be. Although some people are not accepting of my family, I know that we are normal. So look at me. Right off the bat, you can tell that I am a tall, 14-year-old boy. Now, I want you to think about the kind of descriptions that is associated. You might think of me as playing basketball, or being a jock, or not being very good at school, or not even caring about it at all. But in reality, none of those things are true. Frankly, I stink at basketball, and I have accepted that fact with open arms. No, I'm a tall, 14-year-old boy who loves to sing, likes to act, plays football, flies drones in his free time, and loves his family. I mean, at least he plays football, right? I mean, at least some part of that kid is normal. Right? Why do we associate these things with being normal? Can't I just be both? Why can't I sing and play football at the same time and still be considered normal? Look at me, and what do you see? But there is no explanation for this awesome sensation, and I feel the need to share. Well, friends, speak your mind, and you will be heard. No, my friends, this is not a quote from some famous person or a president of the United States. This is an excerpt from High School Musical, which I performed in over the summer, and I loved every single second. Despite the stereotypes, I still do it. I still sing, I still perform, but why? Why even risk the possibility of being humiliated or judged by the harsh realities that are middle school? I do it because I love it. And I will never stop doing what I love, because a wise person once told me, never let anyone stop you from doing what you love. Because if you do, then they win. When I perform for people, I do it my own, whether it be a play, a musical, or a speech. I am connected to and feel every note and every word that I say. I am connected. And when I'm connected, and so is the audience, then at that very moment, there is no difference. We are all not normal together. And that is what's normal. When you can finally look at yourself and love you, even though you might not be normal, then at that very moment, right there, is when you realize that being normal is truly what is different. There is no sorting hat for Milton Academy. You have to figure out where you belong, where your interests are, and you can't let the fact that you might not be normal stop you from doing the things